Week 3, day 2. We're down getting water so we can get our day started. And down here looking at the chickens. They've got their little coconut bowls. They're eating their mash. Got a little boy over here. Sometimes I give him a little lollipop or something. Then the goat. Everybody has animals. Or at least gardening or something. Okay, let's get this day started. Okay, Knuckleheads. Here's Michael. He's going to weld up our bed. We're using 2x2 tubing. It's fairly lightweight stuff. Anyway, he's going to measure that all up. And we're just going to do a 54-inch bed. We find that more than adequate. Queen size isn't necessary. And no matter which way it works out, the women always take 2/3 of the bed, right? Maybe even 3/4 at times. Okay, so I'm going to try and do these updates in the morning. We get too busy by the end of the day with other things, getting usually mice nut material, really small stuff that it's kind of needed for the next day. So here's now they're using the shovel right now, but often they just use a coconut shell. Okay, we've been reassured that this sight line that I have here is merely that scares me. It just gets narrower and narrower. But I'm told that this is just the bracing, not to worry. And if I look at the holes themselves, yeah, they're kicking over this way, right? Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably be finished all of the pits today. Lucinda will go through and just kind of size up the depth and make sure it's nice and solid. And I just said, if you need to go down 60 or 90, just go down what you need to go down. So my project, after these guys get out of the way, Michael gets his stuff marked, ready for cutting. It's going to get noisy as blazes here. Michael, the inside Michael, our electrician Michael, he's going to wire up this 10 gauge wire into a plug and a socket. And that way we have a nice heavy gauge that if we need to run out the CR and into the property, if the guys need to do welding or grinding or anything down there, we will have a nice heavy gauge wire. So let me walk down over here. Lynn has planted more plants. I'll talk to her in a second, but those new fresh green looking ones down there, she planted those this morning, and we've started our composting of our banana peels. That one's deteriorating quite quickly. Nice. Lynn is going to get a bucket later, just an inexpensive bucket to collect up all of the poop and start to dry that so that she has fertilizer. These cows are not given feed as far as we can determine with the fellow who brings the cows out here. Which to me is great, just feed the grasses. There's no fertilizers that go down on any of this stuff, and sure not doing that on the highway either. So there we go. So some of the challenge here so far has been that to try and get enough of the soil up on top of these preload areas. It's becoming a bit of an issue. It's just going to be easier, guys, to do the updates at the beginning of the day. So they're already going to, I'll talk to Lynn, but maybe get them to hold off on putting these pillars out the front yet. I want the house pillars in first. So we've got 3 that have got to go in here, but they're actually kind of getting ready for the front deck ones, which are unnecessary at this time. Because we want to get the plumbing and stuff in. And I want to do this my way when it comes to the plumbing. They have this nasty habit of doing all this concrete work and then chipping through to get the plumbing through. Wrong answer. Considering that they're using hollow block for all this stuff, just make the hollow block fit around it. So remember guys, we're going to put tie beams in here all the way around. Now these tie beams, they could be quite elevated. Okay, I haven't got the guys to kind of give me a straight answer yet, which they might not know until after they've dug these pits. Okay, now as you can hear, Michael, another Michael from Lambusan, he works in the shipyards, and so he's a professional welder, and we've asked him to come in and weld up our bed frame. So that's the grinding. So we will be doing less video. I'll just give you a video shot without audio here. So I've asked him to kind of do it there so that he's kind of buffered a little bit by sound and such. So oh, Lynn's talking to her mom. As we delivered 6 sacks of fine sand. There we go. So Lynn, what were those plants that you planted this morning?
Alobati.
Alobati. Okay.
I think in English it's Malabar spinach.
Oh, Malabar spinach.
But when you cook it, it's kind of like gooey, slimy, just like the saluyot and okra.
Oh, delicious. You know, I like seaweed, but when it comes to a vegetable, it's slimy. Bleh. Bleh.
Especially if you do okra, saluyot, and that Malabar spinach, it's a triple treat of slimy soup.
Okay, our next video is going to be on, can you tolerate the food of the Philippines when they start talking that way?
Okay, that's what we call, you know, good luck.
Good luck, yeah. Okay, Michael's grinding, so I'm going to shut this off.
Okay. Why?
She still thinks I'm the chauffeur.
No. Yeah, right.
Okay, guys, this morning it was nice. The temperatures were nice. Then we had about 2 hours of init kayo. It got really hot. Now we got a little bit of cloud cover again. So Michael is hard at our bed. 2x2 tube steel. The other Michael is in my way. We now have a floor in the CR, and we have our roof. Remember guys, I'm not sure in the long term what I want to do with this. I want to do something funky. And it may be something like a half split bamboo roof even. Lynn and I were talking about maybe doing this whole face all a mackin'. And then maybe wrap this whole thing all the way around in the traditional amakan. So these guys are getting down there. And so now we've got our... Okay, just so you know guys, this is the first hole. That second hole is going to be a very small post. Maybe only 4x4, and we need that to secure the steel door that we want to put on there. We want to be able to have that as a security door. That'll be a location where nobody can see when we're away, and so we want a steel door there. Cool. Anyway, Looks like we're growing coconut trees by stabbing them in the ground. And Lynn's garden's doing okay. We added some more banana fertilizer. Budgets are dropping off dramatically now, guys, because and some of the bigger ticket numbers that we're having are like 10,000 pesos. But a lot of that is we're kind of bulk ordering now. So if the guys say they need a PPR fitting, then we're getting like 10, estimating ahead. It also forces the local suppliers to realize that they've got to get more stock, which means if we buy bigger chunks, they're more apt to restock. Okay, this is a wrap for week 3, day 2. Say salamat, Lynn.
Salamat!
She's hard at her paperwork. Later, Gators.